Welcome to Chronic and Coffee with Francis Graham.
We drunk on the poison that they keep us.
Right, well, welcome to Chronic and Coffee with Francis Grimm. My guest now with me here, his name is Adam Wallace, aka EXILE. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for sitting down with us and having a conversation with us about some things. Can you tell people a little bit about yourself real quick?
Yeah, my name's Adam Wallace. I went to graduate from Tolleson High School over here in West Phoenix. Born in Omaha. I moved to Phoenix when I was like 3, Maryville side, and so I know about the Phoenix area here. Started playing music when I was really little, like 5 years old. My dad got me my first snare drum, which kind of got me interested in like the whole music accessibility to be able to create, something, some kind of audio like surface, you know what I mean? At 5 years old, you really don't know what you're doing on pots and pans or piano or whatever, but at least you're like, I was introduced to it. So
right.
From then on, I was in band. I did some band, like center snare. I was in the marching band at Tolleson.
Nice.
And I was in a couple of bands. Actually, we were in a group together, Synonymous or Sin too, Sacrifice the Numbers.
That's right. Yeah, that's where I know you from directly. Sacrifice the Numbers. We were it's a rap group in Phoenix there for a minute. Our friend Creepy Hill was a part of that. Somebody else we interviewed already, Hench, he was in that as well. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So that kind of leads us up to where we met. What do you got in the works these days? You working on anything musically right now, or you just kind of,
Right now, my instrumental tracks are up on Reverb Nation, and I really only promote the instrumentals. I don't really rap anymore.
Okay.
I never really freestyle. I don't have the talent for that. But I did like write. You know what I mean? I more and more feel comfortable with actually like writing down, like writing a verse down. So that was in the past, but like not really anymore. I don't really write. To 2 tracks. Now, you know what I'm saying? You've always got some kind of creative outlet, you know what I mean? Either drawing little sketches on the side of a piece of paper, or maybe thinking of a hot line, a quick way to flick some words, or, talk about something, that somebody hasn't really said. So,
right.
I mean, I don't really make music anymore like I used to, but I still like influenced and I would say aware about it, you know what I mean? Like, still kind of seeing what's out there in the underground, as far as I can tell, different avenues that I can get to, because really it's kind of hard to get out there in the underground unless you know exactly what that person's name is, or you have a friend of a friend or somebody. Like, it's really hard to get that exposure, so, just keep searching on the underground. I think that's the way to get new music, you never know what you're going to come up with.
Yeah, I totally abide by that. Pretty much works for me. Everything underground is where I stay at. I'm looking at your page here, and everybody should be able to see it in the video. Can you tell us a little bit about digital dialect? Is that something that you do through your how do I say it? Media arts or something, expression from you, or what exactly is digital dialect?
Yeah, digital dialect came about because I needed a, I guess, source to brand all my visual art. Something like, I don't want to say like a company. I guess it is a company, but it's more like digital dialect is my way of creating art for the digital universe. And it could be like album covers, posters, music videos, or even tattoos. So it doesn't necessarily need to be digital. That was just kind of like if I had a company, I guess that's what I would call it.
Right. I kind of have the same idea. I have this AZ Reaper Crew thing that I've kind of had. That would be my brand for my music if it came down to actually becoming necessary. I guess technically or legally speaking, if you had an actual company, that would be like I kind of relate is all I'm trying to get at right there, with
Right.
that free floating form idea, name and whatnot. So
Yeah, that's what I would say. And then it kind of came about from Creepy. Actually, he had like Toxic 26 recordings, and then I started making branching off from not only creating album art for our group but for other groups, and I didn't want to just say my name, you know what I mean? So I had to create a company. So this was, I don't know, it wasn't really planned out at all.
right on, man. It's cool, man. Dang, but I had a question set up in my head and then I lost it. Uh,
Or in the whole.
nice. So you've done some videos with Creepy, and you shot all those. You were like the director, or how did that come about? Was that all your idea, or did you guys work together on the directions? And I'm kind of interested in how the whole process works, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
the whole process is mostly mutual. If there's any kind of scene or idea that one of us has, we'll just say, "Hey, this fucking sounds good," or "Oh no, that sounds like shit. Don't do that." Or maybe if you just did a little bit of this over here, you know. So we're both kind of open to the creative process. Um, since it's more of his going to be release art, he does have a little bit more say of what's going to look good in terms of what matches with his song. But it's pretty free reign. There's a lot of open creativity, and just you never know where things are going to go. So just being able to have that free space to create something without any kind of barriers that's a real plus between two working parties, especially when it's an artist you're trying to work with. It's not like somebody else you're in a partnership with. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like cross training, you know what I mean? Or I'm getting experience with learning more about the music because it has to be mastered in a certain way. That there's a lot more that goes into making a music video. I enjoy it for sure.
Is there any one of the videos up here on your reverb that you like maybe the most or a little bit more than the rest here?
I think the one that was probably put together front to back, the best would probably be I Am the Storm. It's the black and white one. It starts off with him like traveling up to the mountain. He's like wearing a backpack and like camping gear or like outdoorsman gear.
Right.
That one's sick. We put a lot. There's a lot more like pre-production into that. A lot more planning that went into it instead of just winging it like we usually do.
Is that Rise of the Storm or
Oh, Rise of the Storm. Yeah,
that
that's
which
what it
one?
is. It was on the album I Am the Storm.
You don't have a problem with us playing it in the background while we talk a little bit, do you? Just kind of cut into it and check it out. We won't play the whole piece, but just kind of get an idea of what's some of the work that you did here. And hopefully Creep doesn't mind, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, we're not playing the music. We're just going to play some of the video, so.
No, that's more promotion, you know?
Right. See, I kind of like where you guys go out there, and you guys are all both local here, so you guys find these shots out here in Arizona, right?
Yeah, that was up right by Jerome, Mingus Mountain, actually.
It's pretty sick, man.
It's a nice area, and that place, like a couple months before that, had just gotten swept by a bunch of forest fires.
Oh, yeah.
Like some 180,000 acres were burned or something up there, and you can kind of see it in the end of the video. You can see it's kind of really desolate, and the trees are burnt. And then, like in the middle of the video too, you see lots of trees around there.
Yeah.
So that area is really affected.
Oh yeah, man, that's cool, man. So where do you guys get the drive to actually go out and do that? Is that just something that, hey, you just the idea comes up, you guys say, screw it, let's do it? Or does that take a lot of planning, financial backing, all that good stuff?
Yeah, you have to have gas money and food money, and then you gotta have your equipment. So any kind of lighting or video lenses for the video, backup batteries, and if you're shooting on tape, you got your SD card. So you got to definitely plan for all that, and then the shots that you want too got to match. If I mean, so yeah, the more pre-production that you do, the less time shooting that you actually spend and editing. So the more planning you do beforehand, the less time you're trying to run around behind yourself trying to fix your mistakes.
Okay.
Or like trying to make up for, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. So the longer that you can spend in pre-production, like mapping it out how it's going to go, then that's just all the more easier it is to just nail it out when it's time.
So do you consider yourself like a professional director at this point, or is this something that's just kind of working out? You know what I mean?
I think not even 10 videos makes you an amateur. So I'm probably like a novice,
All right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even work in the Adobe suite. We're still in Vegas Pro. I have tinkered with it a little bit, but it's just so in depth, and it really takes a lot of processing power in terms of RAM.
Mhm.
Just to get the high quality out of the Adobe suite. So Vegas Pro is fitting our needs right now. Creepy is the editor, most of the editor. I do most of the videography, but then, like I said, we switch. We comment on each other's work and say, no, you can't do this, or yeah, that looks great, or whatever.
You guys' stuff
So
is
yeah,
looking.
it's a good dynamic. What was that?
I was just gonna say, you guys' stuff is looking good for whatever. I guess you're referring to the video editor uh, program that you have, as far as the Vegas or whatever. So I mean, I'm still messing with movies, window makers. I don't. As far
Oh,
as
there you
editing
go.
goes, at least you got something going. It looks good, man. So people should check it out. Check out your videos, and of course, Creepy Hill is a big part of the video. So shout out to him. Shout out to Exile. You guys check it out on YouTube or Reverb Nation. There, Adam has a bunch of videos posted
Yeah,
there.
man. That looks like our tattooist Diamond. We shot at his studio over there at 11th House Studios, and my tattooist name is the Diamond Artist at gmail.com. So
Nice.
hit him up for some work.
All right. So yeah, based out of Phoenix over there near you guys, or
It's over by it's in Tempe, like 48th Street and Southern, or yeah, 48th Street and Southern around there.
right on, right on. Well, switch gears a little bit, man. There's some other things I'd like to talk to you about that you kind of have my interests, and I would like to bring up Reiki, and then maybe you could break it down to us. It's probably not that easy to break it down simple, but could you explain a little bit about it to us, those who don't know anything but would like to?
Yeah, Reiki is
Right.
Reiki. It's actually two words. It's Japanese. Rei means it's Rei. Is I would say the source consciousness, or the energy that from all other energies come from. All right.
Mm.
Ki is like chi. You know what chi is?
Yes.
Or like prana in Indian, or like ki. So that's the energy that flows through us. The energy, it's alive.
Yes. Okay.
It flows through everything too. So putting together Reiki would be like source guided life energy. You know what I mean? So everybody does this. Everybody does it automatically. So if I was to walk past that table that you're sitting at and I bump my hip, I'm gonna go, my hip. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put my hand to my hip, like, and grimace. You know what I mean? Or if you
Mm.
got a headache, you got a headache right now. Where are your hands most likely?
Yeah, you're gonna go to your head or whatever spot of
Your
your head may
stomach.
hurt.
Bad stomach ache. Where are your hands at?
Yeah, your stomach.
Your hands are probably on your stomach. You know what I mean? And automatically, everybody does this as just internal fight or flight reaction to heal that area, to start sending focus of healing towards that area without even knowing it. So what I did, 2007, 2008, I kind of went down the rabbit hole in terms of looking up ancient knowledge and pyramids and color and sound and lots of different crazy esoteric things. And at the same time, I felt that my hands had kind of activated, like there was energy coming out of them, or like they were it just felt like they were on, you know what I mean? And during this time, I kind of came into the knowledge of Reiki. I don't know exactly how I stumbled across it, but this guy came over in 1840s, 1860s. His name is Mikhail Usui, I believe. Usui. Supposedly there's, hearsay, this and this and this happened, but he taught a bunch of people down the line, and I'm a direct descendant of his teachings, supposedly. You know what I mean? Over years, you don't know exactly where things have gone, but like how many times the Bible has actually been rewritten. But anyways,
right.
So I started researching this, and at the same time, it was crazy. I met a woman who offered to make me or offered to teach me what she knew about this as well. And just the synchronicities surrounding this meeting. And ever since then, it's kind of like I attribute it to like deja vu. When you have deja vu, I think that it's kind of life's way of saying that you're in the right spot right now. You know what I mean? You're kind of where you need to be, and I don't know, man. You just gotta fall. And my internal fight or flight, my internal voice is saying that all of us are essentially no different than anybody else. That all this war and all this famine and all this hate and anguish and rage and mistrust and all this bullshit is here, yes, but it doesn't need to be here as well. There's parts of the human being, there's parts of the human experience that have led us and helped us for so long. It's all right to, take those things and put them to rest. And so, we don't have to, necessarily kill people anymore. We don't have to necessarily
right.
eat the way we've been eating and
totally
heal
change.
our bodies with medicine that we've been using. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ancient ways that were lost.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think something that was obviously successful long before technology or prescription drugs or TV commercials telling you about bullshit, why do you think that was erased and still kind of treated as taboo, that ability to heal ourselves and not have to rely on the doctor or your health care or that other BS? What do you think that is?
That's a very good question, Frank, and you might ask or hit on one of the questions that is probably most commonly asked by people who start to be aware of their surroundings and how things came to be and why things are. There's, of course, I would say, without getting too speculative, I would say it's easy to separate somebody from the power that they have. And if you do that, then, that's your power then.
You control it, yeah.
It's two forces that are working, it seems like. A force of service to self, which only serves to benefit its own energy, and a service to others, which is beneficial for all. Now, of course, if we're speaking in ultimatum or ultimates, everything is essentially one in an energetic view. Everything's the same energy, just at different levels of vibration. So operating to serve that self would be a selfish thing. But so it's really a circumstantial basis, I would say, and having the human race as a circumstantial basis is really tough to throw everybody into one general thing. You know what I mean? It's not, everybody's not just one way.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't just butter the toast on the top. Some people butter the toast on the sides, you know, so.
All right.
You catch that?
Yeah. I got you.
I'm about to, hold on.
It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. So as far as obviously it's a practice, it's a discipline or whatever. Is there, I don't know if you want to speak about it, but I've seen some of your Facebook statuses about you teach classes or something, instruct people or something like that with the Reiki.
Yeah.
Reiki.
I think that everybody does it and everybody can do it and everybody should do it. I don't go out and advertise. I think that's kind of the wrong energy to be putting off. But yeah, I do teach. Whenever I talk about it to people, it's usually because I either feel like they need, like I need to be talking like that to them. You know, I need to be having this conversation, or they've brought it up to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say anybody that's listening to this information, this webcast right now, you can go ahead and contact me at exiled, EXILED _13 at yahoo.com. That's my email address, and I'll get in, send me your questions, and
nice.
We'll go from there. You know what I mean? Really, people that are guided to learn Reiki are the ones that I usually teach. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to go down to McDonald's and sit on the corner and try to get people to be interested in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I think it would be helpful for everybody at McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell and
yeah,
and Costco, wherever. Everybody, everybody alive can benefit from it. But it's your own perspective on your reality. You know what I mean? Like you're the master on your own fucking ship. So I'm not gonna tell you how to run your ship.
But you're offering some advice and some suggestions, so we'll go ahead. We'll throw up that link in editing or whatever, so people can holler at you. So hopefully they do. Sounds like some good shit. I would like some more information, so we'll talk more about that in the future, I think.
Sure.
Hopefully some other things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hopefully some other things, but I was gonna go into maybe the music thing and the getting your input on the video, maybe even having you help me with the video. So yeah, we'll leave that in the air for now, because the future's the future. It's a trippy subject.
Well, I come as one half of a two-man project. I always tell everybody that, because what you see, everything that I've done is edited by Creepy. You know what I mean? Like, I'll help with the editing a little bit. I'll go over it, but
okay,
most of the editing is done by him. Just like most of the videography is done by me. But directing, I mean, we can probably both switch jobs, but we just have to see what's up with him. Say, hey, fucking
right on.
Frank wants video. I'm sure he'd be like, okay.
He mentioned it to me because I had asked the conversation to come up when I last spoke with him, and he's like, talk to Adam. That's kind of where I got the nerve to bring it up with you in the first place. But so yeah, I'll keep that pebble rolling. Hopefully, you never know. You know what I mean? Thank you for your time, brother. Everybody, check out Exile and Reverb Nation. Man, he's got some nice beats. It's I don't want to say different, but it's not your everyday, stuff they put on the radio. It's good for your head, so go ahead and feed your head and check that out. Also look into the Reiki thing. Sorry if I mispronounced that again. We'll throw up your Yahoo and editing so people can get at you with some questions or whatnot. Anything else you want to throw out there real quick?
Oh, that's it. I appreciate it, man. Much love to you and everybody out there, man, for sure. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. I hope that's appropriate.
Sure. Namaste. Much love.
Right on, man. Thanks for taking the time out, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, man. So shout out to Adam Wallace, aka Exile, for coming by Chronic and Coffee. Thanks to you guys for stopping by and watching. Stop by his Reverb Nation page. It's reverbnation.com/EX1LE. He's got some good stuff here. Let's play a little bit of The Walk. And again, remember to, if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to holler at Adam, send email to exile_13@yahoo.com. And as always, thanks again for coming back to Chronic and Coffee. If you have time, stop by my other playlists. I have my music video playlist, which isn't real music videos, just kind of like montages that I put together with some of my tracks. Check those out if you haven't already. And again, thanks for coming back to Chronic and Coffee. Thanks again, Adam. See you guys soon. Fracas Grim out. Peace.